Welcome to Souped Up Recipes. Today we're making Cantonese steamed fish, which is extremely simple but tricky at the same time because this is a dish that dedicates the perfectly tender texture and retains the natural taste of the fish. Trust me, as a Cantonese, I have a lot to say about it. So, the key to this dish is using the freshest fish possible. Without it, the flavor just won't be correct. If you can't get high quality fish, it is best not to make this dish. Cantonese people usually just buy live fish from the wet market. Unfortunately, most supermarkets in the USA don't carry live fish. But you can ask them for their weekly restocking schedule. Knowing the exact date will help you get the freshest fish possible. Here are a few signs of a fresh fish. The eyes should be clear and shiny. You don't want to see white or cloudy eyes. The gills should be red. If it's pink or gray, don't buy. The skin or scales should be shiny and clean. If they are discolored or you see mucus start building up, that means the fish is not fresh. The fish should smell clean. It shouldn't have any unpleasant odor. Now you know how to choose a fresh fish. Let's talk about the size. 1.2 to 1.8 pound is a good range for beginners. I personally prefer smaller fish because it is so much easier to control the doneness. If the fish is too big, it takes much longer to cook and the outside layer of meat will likely end up being overcooked before the inside gets done. There are no strict rules when it comes to choosing the type of fish for this recipe. If you're struggling, just go with whatever white fish that looks fresh. In Florida, I often found that red-tailed snapper is the freshest option, so it's my go-to. But here in China, the varieties are incredible. The fish I'm using today is a perch. Usually, I will ask the staff to scale and gut the fish for me to save time, but today, I want to take the chance to show you how to do that at home without making a mess. This guy was alive when I got it. I put it in the freezer for about 40 minutes in advance, which will not freeze it hard, but it will calm the fish down so it doesn't flop around while prepping. Next, grab a pair of heavy-duty kitchen scissors to remove the sharp fins along the back and the side of the belly. If you don't remove them, you can get hurt by accident while scaling. I learned that in a hard way. The scissors are also convenient and useful for removing the gills. Just open the gill covers and cut off the connections. The sink is probably the best place to descale a whole fish. I like to fill it with water and work everything under. Use the back of a knife. Hold it at a 45-degree angle. Run from the tail toward the head. You will need to apply a little pressure. As you're scrubbing it, the scales will start popping off and float away with the water instead of flying into your face. Such a lifesaver. Just keep doing that until all the scales are gone. To gut the fish, simply cut open the belly. Then discard all the innards. This fish is a little special because it has the fish roll, which is edible, so I'm going to keep it. There is usually a blood vein running along the backbone. Use the tip of your knife to slice it open, then rub it well. Rinse the fish with cold water several times. Slice the flesh along the backbone on each side. The belly part is thinner. The back part is much thicker. By slicing it open, the fish can be cooked evenly. Optionally, slice the fillet a couple of times on each side as well. Marinating the fish is really simple. Crush 4 to 5 cloves of garlic, 2 inches of ginger, and 3 scallions. Then roughly dice them. Add everything to the fish along with a drizzle of Chinese cooking wine. Rub it all over. The fish roll is unexpected. You can't really rub it, so I just use the aromatics to cover it. Let this sit at room temperature for now. Before we move on, I just want to share a great news with you. My cookbook is finally available for sale. You can click the link in the description and grab your copy. I carefully selected 168 recipes featuring popular takeout dishes, easy family meals, various regional specialties, and classic traditional delicacy. Every recipe comes with lots of photos, clear instructions, and a QR code linked to a demo video. Whether you are a beginner or a seasoned chef, you'll be able to cook better than takeout and savor the local meals like a native Chinese. All right, let's get back to cooking, and we will talk about the second most important ingredient for this recipe, which is seasoned soy sauce for seafood. It is a little sweet and less salty compared to the regular soy sauce with an infusion of aromatics. This sauce is specifically created for this dish. You can tell by the label that is the steamed fish right there. You can buy this sauce in almost any Asian market or look it up online. But if you're not a Cantonese like me who eats steamed fish regularly, buying a big bottle may not be worth it because it will likely end up sitting in your pantry forever. So I'm going to show you how to make it from scratch using the regular soy sauce. It's simple and it tastes 10 times better. Cut a dry shiitake mushroom into pieces using a pair of scissors. This mushroom is pretty small. I think if you are using a regular sized mushroom, maybe half will be enough. This is optional, but it adds so much umami taste to the sauce. Soak it in 3 to 4 tablespoons of hot water for 15 minutes. Add 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil into the saucepan, along with a teaspoon of Sichuan peppercorns. Stir on low for a minute to allow the Sichuan peppercorns to transfer the citrus flavor into the oil. Add 1 teaspoon of diced ginger, 1 teaspoon of diced garlic, and 2 teaspoons of diced scallion, and stir over medium-low heat for 3 minutes. Add 3½ tablespoons of soy sauce, ½ tablespoon of fish sauce, ½ tablespoon of oyster sauce, and the soaked mushroom, along with its soaking water. Oh, I almost forgot the sugar. A little bit sweetness always helps to bring out the fresh taste of the fish. Put on the lid and simmer everything over the lowest heat for 3 minutes to mingle all the flavors. That's it. The sauce is done. Optionally, let this go through a sieve. You don't really need to drain it. I'm doing it because these little bits make the presentation messy. Next, we're going to make an aromatic bed for the fish to lay on. Cut 3 inches of ginger into thick strips. Cut 4 scallions into 3-inch long stalks. Separate the green and white parts. Place the ginger strips and white part of the scallion stalks on a plate. Cut a red chili pepper open. Stack the green part of the scallion, a few ginger slices, and red chili pepper together, and then thinly julienne them. Soak the julienned aromatics in clean water for at least 10 minutes so they will curve naturally and make a better presentation. Remove them from the water and use paper towels to absorb the excess moisture. Fill the steamer with lots of water. If you only use a little bit of water, the steamer won't create enough steam and your fish might end up undercooked. Also, make sure you use the largest steamer you have. Otherwise, you have to cut the fish into smaller size in order to fit into the pot. Turn the heat to the highest and bring it to a full boil. While waiting for the water to come to a boil, remove the aromatics from the fish and use paper towels to pat it dry. Lay the fish on the plate on top of the ginger and the scallion stalks. These aromatics will lift up the fish, allowing better air circulation so the fish cooks evenly. Here is another question that I always get. Can I steam the fish fillet only without the bones? The answer is yes, but there is a cultural thing behind this dish. Cantonese steamed fish is usually the centerpiece of a multi-course meal for festivals or special occasions. the fish has to be whole with the head and the tail on for presentation and good luck purpose. Alright, the water is boiling now. Place the fish into the steamer. Keep the heat at the highest. The cooking time depending on the power of your stove and the size of your fish. Just in general, a 1.2 pound fish would take 6 to 8 minutes. 1.4 pound would take 7 to 9 minutes. 1.6 pound would take 8 to 10 minutes. And 1.8 pound would take 10 to 12 minutes. Yes, I know, the timings are in ranges. That's why this dish is tricky. You must be skillful enough to understand how long to cook your fish and steam it once for good. If you check it in the middle and it's not done, you have to put it back and cook it again, then the texture might be ruined. I mean, you can still eat the fish, but it's just not gonna be the perfect steamed fish under Cantonese standards. Alright, I think the fish is done. Let's turn off the heat. Do not open the lid immediately. Just leave it in the steam for 3 to 5 minutes, depending on the size. The rest of the heat will continue to cook the fish through. If you skip this step, you are likely ending up with an undercooked fish. To check if it's cooked thoroughly, just use a chopstick to poke the thickest part, and it should go through easily without resistance. Transfer the fish gently to a new and clean plate. Top with some diced garlic, the julienne, scallion, ginger, and pepper. The next step is to heat 3 to 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil until smoking hot. Then pour it over the aromatics. Unfortunately, I forgot to press the filming button on my camera, and I can't easily remake this video because it was filmed in China. Now I'm back to the USA. Oh well, just imagine how I did it. Last, don't forget to pour the seasoned soy sauce all over the fish. This looks amazing. In my opinion, nothing is more satisfying than enjoying steamed fish with white rice. I strongly recommend mixing a few spoonfuls of that flavorful sauce. Trust me, you will devour bowl after bowl of rice. It is that delicious. Some of you might be confused and don't understand why Cantonese people are so obsessed with this dish. As simple as it might seem, this dish explains the meaning of less is more. You have to give it a try. Once you get the fish perfectly cooked and have the perfectly seasoned soy sauce, you will fall in love with it. I hope you give this a try soon. As always, the printable recipe link is in the description. Go check it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more easy and authentic Chinese food. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!